I have a Thanksgiving Day fun activity for us to tell people we're thankful for them. So here we have my son Sam, old picture. He's 14 now. I don't know what this is. What is this, like 7, 8, something like that. But I took this from actually a Facebook group, high school photography teachers. Thank you to Matt Claridge. We're going to make something like this out of it. So first thing you get to do, a teacher's going to say, yes, take out your phone. I'm saying that today. Take out your phone. And what I'd like you to do is find an image of someone you are thankful for and either email it to yourself, airdrop it, whatever you need to do. Get it on your computer so that you can put it in Photoshop. And first thing we're going to do, like we always do, we're going to crop it. We're going to make these 4x6 by 300 pixels per inch right there. And I'm going to bring it in just a little bit because, the sand is cool and all. He liked to play in sand a lot, but I'm going mostly for the kid. That's mostly my focus here. All right, so got that. I click my check mark. There we go. Let's bring this down. Command negative a little bit so that I can make it fit my screen. There we go. Now, next thing I'm going to do is make it black and white. So I'm going to go over here to my adjustments, go to my hue and saturation, slide the saturation all the way down. Now look, it's very gray, very gray. So let's go back to adjustments, play with my levels a little bit. I liked my black and my white to be on the histogram, aka on the mountain, and then adjust my gamma to get, let's see here, where do I want that? Like so, to get a nice black and white photo. That's gonna be good, just like that. All right, so now I got those things there. I can, let's see, we don't need this to be quite so large. I can right click over here and flatten this part of it because I'm not gonna do anything more with those. So I can just make it all one thing for the moment. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer on top of this. So I add a plus, this little box with the plus in it. A new layer is formed there. And I'm going to just make a whole big white layer on top of him for the moment. So I want my little square over here to have the white and black. If it's not there, click on these guys. You can use the little arrows to flip it. I want the white on top, and I'm going to use my paint bucket tool. If you don't see your paint bucket there, if you see the gradient instead, right click. The paint bucket will be underneath, and then I'm going to go over here. Ready? Shazam! It's like I just dropped paint all over him. Here's my new layer. Now, next thing I'm going to do is make that layer a mask. So I click on it. Looks like a little flag down here. It's got the white background, the red dot right there. And then I want to make sure I'm on the mask. I want to see him to see what I'm doing a little bit. So I'm going to break it down to like, I don't know, somewhere around 50-60%, somewhere in there. So that mask is there, that layer is there, but I can see where he is underneath there. And now, let's just say I want to make it all about him. I want to make Sam my brush. I'm going to make a brush, and I'm going to use the brush lots and lots of times to get rid of, the white on top of him and see him through the white. However, you could do things like love or friendship or mom or mother, whatever it is, depending on who the person is, whatever word seems meaningful to you. But now I need to make that brush. So I'm going to go File, New. And let's just make sure, we had some students where there was something on the clipboard that was teeny or the size of this was teeny. Make sure when you're looking at the sizes it says inches and not pixels. 8.5 by 11 is just a standard piece of paper. That's going to work great for me. Create. And then I'm going to go to my text tool, the letter T over here. Now, I had the white on here, so this has been confusing. I want to flip it, so I'm back on the black. So my text turns out to be black here. Click on there. There it is. I can type his name, Sam. And I'm going to move it over to this side just because I'm going to be able to see it. And then I can go here and look. I can scroll down. Oops, I did something wrong. I didn't highlight it. Highlight it. And then when I scroll down here and go over these, ooh, I kind of like this. Where'd it go? Chalk duster, because it's like he's in sand. It looks sandy. And then I can find a font that I like. Something bold? Maybe not that bold. I think this is what I had Arial rounded for my last one that I made. Find one. Look, that one's big. A little drippy. I don't like it. I don't know what all these are that are like. What all that is there. We'll get rid of that. It's kind of fun. No, it doesn't fit the sandiness of it. I like scripts for this, I feel like. I don't know. I think I'm thinking too much. I think you guys get the idea. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to use that sort of sandy-looking brush that I had. Woo, went away. Don't go away. Don't go away. There we go. Chalk duster. We're gonna use some chalk duster. All right, so it's chalk duster. It's black. Okay, there we go. Now, remember, just easy way to make a brush. You go edit. Whoops, I have to select it. So I'm gonna go over here to my square marquee tool. I'm gonna make a box around my name. I'm gonna go edit, define brush preset. There we go. I'm gonna call it Sam 2 because I have a different Sam brush already. I'm gonna click OK. There it is. And now when I'm on my brush, see, it's not going, what do I do? Let's try click on it. Oh, good. A little note will come up to me. It says this type layer must be rasterized before proceeding. Its text will no longer be editable. Rasterize the type. Yes, because I'm not looking for that. Oh, there it is. There's my brush. Now, so I'm going to go back over here to my image. And now, look at this. I can, if I'm on the black color on top and my brush, if I click, Shazam, it's going to take that out right there. Now, I was playing with this earlier, and my brush is not 100% opaque. So let's bring it up to 100%, and you can see a little better. There. Now, if I move this around, it's just going to kind of fill it in, and I want to play with the brush. I don't want it to look too much the same throughout, and this is pretty big, but I wanted you to be able to see it. So I'm going to go back over here to my brush. I'm going to change my angle just a little bit, maybe not so big. Ooh, that's tiny. Now, let's go over about here. How about that? Let's try this. And then I'm going to, I can take it out like this, but I can also, I'm just going to punch it a bunch of times so he kind of comes out of this. Now, right now, it's not showing that much difference because he's right there, right? And I want him to be seen, so I can just kind of do this. But then I want to fade the edges, so it's like he's merging out of here. And that's a lot of one type of brush. Let's change that up. So I'm going to bring this, let's change my angle a little bit. Let's go a little bigger this time. See? Oh, upside down. I don't want upside down. Let's go this way. Was that it? There. Maybe a little more angly. There. That looks good. And Sam. It's kind of hard to see with this. I'm going to bring my opacity up just a little bit more so it's a little easier to see. And I can see the differences. So I want to see his face because, you know, it's about him. And I'm putting this in. Let's change things up a little bit. So I can, whoops, wrong one. I can change this, maybe make it a little straighter. I'll go a little bigger again. So I have this sticking out. Maybe I have one that sticks out like a little more than the rest. Sam, there he is. And I can mix it up the other way. I can kind of play with this, play with my opacity a little bit. Maybe I have some that are a little faded here as he comes out. Oh, look at that. It's nice. I feel like that's real big. We'll do some of the S's instead hanging out. Let's make it small again. That's really big. So I'm going to go bring it down a bit. I'm going to change my direction a little bit. We'll put some around here. So it kind of, I get some interesting textures. I do want to see it a little bit. I mean, because it's fun. If I can't tell it's the word, that's less fun. I want it to be fun. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to go, so I'm going to do a bunch of this where I change the direction. I like this way better. There. Maybe we'll go some kind of straight. There we go. Let's go a little smaller. Like it. And then again, I want to see his face. So I'm going to go across this. But then, and I want to see he's playing in the sand because I think it was just very calming for him as a kid. He used to play in the sand all the time. Baseball field, sandbox, just sand, play in it. Yes. You should try it now. Even as an adult, I bet it would be calming for you. As a teenager. All right, so like so, I've played with my opacity. I would play longer if I, weren't demoing, but I want to give you guys time to play and to work and keep this short. So there's this. I'm going to go back to my layer over here. Make sure as you do this, you're on the mask. That's important. Now I'm going to make my layer back to 100%. So look at this. It's like he's emerging out of there. And then maybe I see I want maybe a little more out of his hair. Kind of do these last little fix-ups here. Sam. And there we go. And there it is. Look, he's like coming out of the white. He's emerging. I like it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to print these. And then your job is to, on the back of the print, write a happy little note about why you're thankful for this person. And then send it to them because it's Thanksgiving and we're celebrating things we're thankful for. So there you go, people. Thank you. That's it. How do I stop that?